Our changemakers are doing invaluable service to the society by preserving and promoting rich heritage of Indian classical music through their dedication and innovations. Our next changemaker is Vidya Subramanian from Chennai, a chartered accountant and MBA by training. Vidya found her calling in the world of Indian classical music. Vidya is a Carnatic vocalist and founder of Vidya Subramanian Academy, an online portal that has been imparting training in traditional Indian arts to students from all over the world for over a decade. At the Academy, Vidya and her team of teachers train students in Carnatic music, both vocal and instrumental, Hindustani music, Bharatnatyam, shlokas and chants, languages and more. Vidya has successfully leveraged her in-depth knowledge of music and her business training to adapt traditional Carnatic music pedagogy to suit an online, culturally diverse student group. Vidya Subramanian Academy brings together the best of India's traditional Guru Shishya tradition while harnessing professional teaching methods by continuing to rely on one-on-one learning setting in the online environment. Vidya's exemplary work has brought her many laurels, including from Niti Aayog, Kalai Mamani Award, among others.
In today's age, like you aptly said, there are a lot of influences on youth when it comes to arts. Indian classical music continues to grow and thrive in this society today. It does occupy a rather niche position in the sense that the number of people who are actively engaged either as performers or audiences is somewhat limited, and over time I think our goal as a nation is to increase the footprint of our traditional art form, and it's a great way for our youth to appreciate the uniqueness of our musical heritage, because Indian classical music, both the Hindustani as well as the Carnatic art forms, have a very, very distinctive style which sets them apart from other classical traditions. And I think our work should be in taking that tradition forward to the next generation. As a Carnatic musician and as a lifelong student of the art form, one of the things I realized is that our artistic tradition has a very unique pedagogy that cannot be very easily replicated in a very modular or a standardized format. The best way to learn Carnatic music or any Indian fine art form is to learn from an accomplished guru, and it does take many years of dedicated learning before the student really reaches a good level of knowledge. And how do we take that kind of a very customized learning to the modern era? And that's what got me thinking, because when I studied online learning, I found that there were a lot of people who were trying to teach online. Either they were trying to make it a very standardized modular approach, or they were unable or unwilling to change or adapt the teaching methods to suit an online environment. And basically my work over the last decade and a half has focused exactly on that. How do we retain the strengths of our core teaching methods when it comes to classical art forms while using the internet as a medium to reach out to a lot more people? One thing I noted is that there was an abundance of talented artists all across the country who were highly skilled, but many of them did not have access to opportunities wherein they can showcase those skills either as performers or as teachers. So one thing I have tried to do through my platform is to bring together such under-recognized artists and create opportunities for them, especially for women artists. I found that when you give women work from home opportunities and a lot of flexibility in terms of the workspace and timings, they actually flower to their fullest potential. And that's something I have personally witnessed, the transformation over the last decade and a half, not only in the women that I work with, but in their entire families. And we provide them with an opportunity to engage with students from all across India and across the world. And I'm And coming to the second aspect, the students, I'm very, very happy and proud to say that we have students from over 30 countries learning with us. And also we have several students from not only the metros in India, but also the tier 2 and tier 3 cities in India. That's been something which has been a personal eye opener to me. In the post-COVID scenario, I think a lot more Indian students and parents are comfortable with the idea of digital learning, and they are turning to platforms like ours to learn and develop their interests in our traditional art forms. And the other thing I would like to also mention is that when it comes to a customized learning environment, there is really no limit on what the student can learn. If we start thinking more about building an audience base, making it exciting for a youngster to actually attend a classical performance, we will start getting a more diverse audience base. And that again ties into my whole mission of teaching everybody and making every student feel welcome, irrespective of their age or learning level. Because when a student is encouraged by the guru to learn and approach the art form as a personal journey, they are more likely to stay on and learn for many years, and they are more likely to develop a lifelong love for the art form.